it is one of the leading corporate sponsors of Bro Sis. He's offered his time, his connections, several years in a row, serving in the role of fundraising chair of the gala, proud board member of the Brotherhood Sister Sol, and a passionate advocate for the work of Bro Sis. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck here to Michael O'Brien.
Hello, hello. My job is easy tonight. I just get to say thank you to all you wonderful people. And you are wonderful people. I'm a proud member of the board of directors, which is an incredibly diverse and wonderful group of people. And it's just a great group to be with. And I'm also honored to serve as your fundraising chair for Voices 12. I've got a lot of people to thank, and do not hold your applause because everyone deserves it, okay? First, I want to thank the fundraising co-vice chairs, Dr. David Milch, Ravi Malik, and somebody who I love and adore and who working with is truly a life-changing experience, Miss Tiffany R. Warren. I also want to thank the nearly 40 strong members of our Voices Benefit Committee, so thank you all. The Benefit Committee is just, again, I'm using the word diverse again, an incredibly diverse group and wonderful group of people who come from many different backgrounds, both personal and professional. I'm going to talk about the sponsors in a minute, but first, I want to talk about raising the paddles, all right? And you'll see here that a very large man has stood up, all right? This is going to be simple, people, okay? We're raising the paddles soon. No, stay standing. Stay standing. All right, we're going to ask for the paddles to be raised soon. And as fundraising chair, you got to come up with some creative way. Keep standing. I'm not going to tell you again, all right? I'm really brave when I'm all the way up here. All right, but this is Ty James. All right, Ty James is a state champion taekwondo from Florida. All right, he gets angry when he doesn't get enough to eat, and he has not gotten enough to eat. Don't sit down, dude. Do not sit down, okay? And what we're going to do is we're keeping track on the paddle raising. Whichever table raises the least number of paddles, we're going to bring up on stage, and you have to wrestle Ty. All right, we're serious about that. Okay, now you can sit down. On to thanking the sponsors, so the gold sponsors, the Omnicom Group, my company. The Dr. David Milch Foundation, Ars Veritas. These silver sponsors, Damien's firm, Brightwood Capital. The wonderful and our fellow board member, Clara Markowitz. Another fellow board member and another wonderful woman, Michelle Orez, and her husband, Charles Shoren. These are all silver sponsors. This is incredible. Jeff Hamill with Latham & Watkins, thank you very much. Latham & Watkins is an amazing firm, and they sent me their pro bono catalog, and literally just lists of pro bono projects. It's like an old Yellow Pages book. It's like an inch thick. It's incredible. And finally, GCM Grosvenor. Thank you very much, guys. The bronze sponsors, Ravi Malik Foundation, Gibson Dunn, Paul Weiss, Rifkind, Wharton, and Garrison, BlackRock, the two best ad agencies in the world, and I'm not going to insult TBWA this year like I did last year by mistake, the two best ad agencies in the world, BBDO Worldwide and TBWA Worldwide. All right. And Denny Stripe is here tonight. Denny, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much. Davis and Gilbert. They're not a worldwide, but they're the best ad agency law firm in the world, bar none. Fragoman worldwide, the best immigration law firm in the world. Morgan Stanley, and the place that gave me my start in the legal world, Skadden Arps, Slate Meagher and Flom, Joe Ferfaro. Thank you so much. Now I get to introduce the man. Kari Lazar-White, of course. Kari is the executive director and the co-founder, as you know, the Brotherhood Sister Sol, and you've heard his name has come up a few times tonight. Kari is a social entrepreneur, educator, nonprofit executive, writer, and attorney. He does everything. He speaks across the country and writes regular opinion pieces for the Huffington Post and essays for publications that have included NYU Press, Nation Books, and MSNBC.com. He has appeared as a regular guest contributor on MSNBC, on CNN, and widely on other media sites as well. He serves on major policy, education, and human rights boards. In addition to his degree from Brown University, there's Brown again, he earned his law degree from the Yale Law School, where his focus was international human rights law and constitutional law. Kari, when I first met Kari, he borrowed space at Omnicom because he wanted to meet some people and some potential donors. And Tiffany said to me, she said, you know, you might want to go in there and sit down and listen. It's a pretty cool organization. And this was 5 or 6 years ago, I'm guessing now. And so I went in and I sat down, and I've just never been more impressed by anybody, quite frankly, by anybody. And it's just in a very simple, and you'll hear it in a minute, casual way, very methodical way, he just lays out what our biggest problems are in this city, what our youth, the biggest problems our youth are facing in this city, and the underprivileged, at-risk youth, and how he's going to solve it, and how he is solving it. And something that Damien touched on, I believe, is completely true, which is it's within reach. When I first moved to New York in 1985, I sat down with a couple of guys who moved here a couple of years earlier than me that I knew from college, and they took out a bus map of Manhattan, and they crossed out the neighborhoods on Manhattan that they told me were too dangerous to live in. And it was probably half of Manhattan. And the younger people here tonight just find that unimaginable, all right? It's within reach to close this gap and this poverty gap and this education gap. And it's an honor to play a small role in helping Kari and Cedra and Jason do their part to close that gap. And so I listened to Kari talk for a few minutes, and for 15 or 20 minutes, and then when he finished, I just said, yo, I have any questions? Yeah, I got a question. Do you need a white guy on your board? Because I want to get involved. All right? And it was just, I had to buy in, and I had to get involved, and it's been, again, a life-changing experience. So with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the founder of Brotherhood Sister Sol, Kari Lazar-White.